Hey folks, Jeff of World Class Bullshitters here. Just wanted to let you know about Incarnate Studios. You haven't heard of them? Well, they help sponsor the show and keep us afloat. They make really great t-shirts, like Shitbusters, which is the official protest shirt of the 2016 farce. They also got Donald Trump, Blow Hard, and Hillary Clinton, Blow Hard 2, Blow Harder. Poo and politics not your thing? They got shirts from video games, TV shows, movies, horror, and the best part is, they add new shirts twice a week, so keep checking back to see what's coming next. IncarnateStudios.com. And don't forget the hyphen. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the Doctor, Phil Seitz.
Doctor.
And everyone's favorite American veteran and former Navy SEAL, Joel Hastings.
Ho! What's up, Axel?
Hey, USA every day for Joel. Cool. So the rest of the bullshitters are dead. Joel, how did they die?
Well, it's a really hard way to say, but, you know, it comes down to one thing. Well, Dan was buried alive because he's not been saying much, so we thought he was dead, and, well, he just buried him that way. Dustin, well, he actually did fall into a vaginal meat grinder, and, well, his wife doesn't miss him at all.
They're just about to have another kid, too. It's so sad.
He gets to meet it firsthand.
I'm your father.
Well, Dion and Nick, well, they were kissing in a pond, and, well, they just didn't even breathe. And, well, Eric died a virgin.
He's going to be pissed off that you said that shit. He'll be like, I'm a virgin, huh?
Hashtag butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
All right, and did we talk about Nick, right? Okay, so yeah, they're dead. Expect them back next week, maybe.
No, they're all dead.
So a quick shout out to the listener of the week, Mr. D-Man21. You are a newer listener, and we appreciate all the comments and time you spend listening to the show. And speaking of listening to the show, as of next week, World Class Bullshitters will now be on Podbean. So if you like World Class Bullshitters and you want a podcast that you can listen to in the car and you don't feel like having your screen on YouTube, we'll be on Podbean as of next week, and that means we're on the final journey to iTunes. Then we're officially legit. So check out the audio versions of the podcasts on iTunes soon, Podbean next week, and let the expansion of World Class Bullshitters begin.
Fuck yeah.
And now it's time for the news, because next week it's irrelevant.
Podbean and then Pornhub.
Hey, we're already on Pornhub, so
Pornhub.
You can check us out, WCBs on Pornhub.
Hashtag quality dick.
Yeah, Uncle Vic's quality dick.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, it's time to talk about the news. I will start with a funny story. Time Warner admits that the DC movies could be better, but hey, they made money. And I have a little bit more respect for Time Warner because they admit their movies are shit.
And they literally just told you, you went and saw that piece of shit?
Sadly, we'll be seeing the next piece of shit.
Yeah. I could live without seeing Wonder Woman, but it just goes to show you, diehard DC fans that threaten to kill us in the comments section, that the creators of these movies admit they suck. So, what foot do you have left to stand on? You know, when you make something that you admit is a piece of shit, and you only are doing it for the money, your artistic integrity has been compromised, and like I said, if they don't believe it, why should I?
Exactly.
And speaking of believing, over at Disney, fucking the competition of Warner Brothers, Star Wars Rogue One is not expected to do Force Awakens business. So Disney already is kind of like, I don't think it's going to do that good, or as good.
Here's the thing, is like Force Awakens, you know, you kind of know what you're getting into with that. You know, the Rogue One, it's kind of I know it's part of the story that already exists.
But it's an unknown variable.
Right. It's a new version. It's something that we haven't seen before. And, you know, and keep in mind, Force Awakens grossed $2.1 billion. So,
Shamelessly.
I would say it'd be pretty hard to top that, no matter what the movie is.
Oh, I understand, but I never expected Captain America: Civil War to make $1 billion. You know, it's
And that was a phenomenal movie.
yeah. The last two Captain America movies are better than all but two Star Wars movies.
Mm.
I mean, if I'm really being honest, I probably enjoy Winter Soldier more than The Empire Strikes Back, but that's just me.
Wow.
Dude, what about the younglings?
I'm
Kill
glad
all
they're
them little
fucking dead.
bastards.
I just find it funny though. I almost feel like Disney's backtracking on Star Wars so early because it's like, hey, there's all these reshoots. We're switching up composers. Now we're like, hey, it won't make as much money. Normally, if I got a product coming out, look, this is gonna be fucking a game changer. And me personally, I'm more excited for Rogue One than I was Episode 7 because, you know,
Vader.
Vader's back, and you don't have to rehash a story to bring back the elements of X-wings and TIE fighters. I thought it would be nice if Episode 7 was a completely new film. There were no X-wings and TIE fighters. They were kind of like elements of the originals, but not shameless ripoffs. And then you go back to the original trilogy. By the next movie, people are excited. There's the nostalgia. This should have been the first one. This should have been the big nostalgia trip.
At least Rogue One, when you watch the trailer, it excites you. It looks good visually. The story sounds incredibly awesome. I'm really pumped for this one compared to Episode 7.
Don't you dare tell me that people like Jeremy Johns weren't crying for the Episode 7 trailer wearing their fucking Star Wars bed sheets as a cape like an idiot. Don't you dare tell me things like that. No,
Do you think Rogue One will have the turnout that at our local theater that
fuck
Force
no.
Awakens did?
We'll buy tickets in advance to make sure we can see it for the podcast, but we'll be able to catch the fucking 7 o'clock screening. There won't be lines around the fucking building. Because look, the Star Wars hype is done. Episode 7 came out. It was a lot of curiosity. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it. And it's always a law of diminishing returns. Episode 8 will make less than Episode 7. Episode 9 will make less than Episode 8. And if Episode 8 has the plot that we talked about on last week's show, it might be the last Saga Star Wars movie, because that sounds like hot garbage.
Hopefully. From what I was reading today, they were talking about they were planning the next 10 years worth of Star Wars.
I don't want another 10 years worth of Star Wars. There's nothing exciting left.
Apparently
All they're doing is making you break your love of the genre.
Yep.
Apparently there's a standalone... It's untitled. Nobody knows what it's going to be about, but there's another standalone film coming. You got the Han Solo trilogy coming. Episodes 8 and 9.
The Jar Jar Binks saga.
I'd be interested to see... I'd like to see a little more of where they go, a little more... I'd like to see some side stories that involve, like, some of the Jedi Masters.
Well, I don't think Disney's going to go that far back to the prequel era, because I think that's, like, in the red, like, no prequels didn't exist, they're garbage, like, we're going to denounce them. And if
now we don't denounce them, because Episode 7 exists.
I understand that, but remember, from a business standpoint, there's a lot of idiots out there that are like, well, I like Episode 7 because it's better than the prequels. No, it's not better than the prequels, and that's not a reason to like a bad movie because it's better, in your opinion, than another bad movie. Look, the prequels are bad movies. Episode 7 is on a whole nother level of shit. I'll never watch that one again.
See, here's the thing with the prequels. I like the idea of the prequels, of, showing that story, but it was just executed so terribly.
Yep. And
yes.
If they had done it a lot better, it could have been amazing.
Yeah, like, artistically, the movie looks cool. It has really good design work. I'm not saying I'm in
but
love
it
with
relied
everything.
too much on CGI backdrops.
I agree 100%. By the time you get... Okay, like, that's why I'm more forgiving on Episode 1. Yeah, Jar Jar Binks is retarded, but most of that movie was shot on sets. And, the Theed Hangar was a really cool set. The Naboo place. It was cool to go see Tatooine again, and it looked good. It was not CGI'd. But when you get to Episodes 2 and 3, they CGI way too much. Like that fucking...
2 was terrible.
The droid factory scene where they, Padme and all them are on the conveyor belt. That looks terrible.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, it was on TV last night, and I watched a few minutes of it, and I'm like, this is absolutely garbage. I thought when I watched Spider-Man 3 on Blu-ray, that was terrible. This far exceeds that. It was I know.
I'm telling you, man, Spider-Man 3 is a bad movie, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's very
Yeah.
meme-worthy with the whole Tobey Maguire dancing scene. But if you could, make a few snips here and there, you could edit together a decent movie that's better than everything else outside of the Sam Raimi trilogy.
Again, another movie, great concept, terrible execution.
Well, real quick before I get into my final piece of news, there are some set photos of the new Spider-Man movie. So Zendaya is really playing Mary Jane because there's photos of her with red hair. She looks stupid. And here's the shit kicker, Joel, that's going to piss you off. The photos are of her and Spider-Man swinging through the city, and she's taking selfies with Spider-Man.
God damn it.
This movie is going to alienate people.
You millennials.
And I'm a millennial. I'm 27. I think the selfie thing is so retarded. They're like, well, Spider-Man's the teenage superhero. He was the teenage superhero. He's been out for 54 years. He was a teenage superhero for 4 of those years. He's Spider-Man, and as a kid, I liked the man aspect. I don't care about what little kids do, because the older I get, the less I care. So this might be the first Disney MCU movie that I don't go see the first day.
Yeah, I might wait till, cheaper price range.
Unless we get 10,000 listeners by then I'll guarantee to see. Hey, people, if you listen to this episode, if you help us get to 10,000 subscribers, I'll see every movie the first day it comes out and review it for you.
We'll be the first one in the goddamn theater.
I won't leave. All right? I won't fucking leave.
He'll be there a fucking week beforehand.
Well, the manager knows me. He was like, you want to work here? All right. I'm like, cool, I'll work here. Can I sleep here too? Come on, let me sleep in the big IMAX theater. That'd be amazing. Now, speaking of amazing, here's something that's the opposite of amazing. The Power Rangers movie posters came out, and they look retarded.
It looked like someone repainted Iron Man armors.
Yeah, I mean, so they sucked when they released the images of the suits. I thought they looked like the Guyver or some other bullshit. And now the Zords look like bullshit. I hate that the Blue Ranger looks stupid.
See, when on the posters they're showing those Iron Man suits, and that was the first concept art that we saw too. But then you saw there was that one picture that released where the suit, their faces are showing, but they've got like the half helmet on or something. They looked like, like biomechanical suits or something from space. And I didn't understand that. And that's where it fucking lost me. I'm like, I don't want to see this movie anymore.
That's another one that I'm getting alienated out of, because they're like, well, you're just too old for Power Rangers. No.
Really, bro?
The Power Rangers were on when I was 5 years old. Actually, 4. That show came out when I was 4 years old, going on 5. I was the prime fucking age group for that. And I had all the
toys. Gullible and stupid.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. And you were, banging ladyboys in Japan. You were watching that show before it came out to America, man.
Here you go, Jeff. I sent you that picture.
Okay.
For the podcast.
Well, the thing I'm saying is, we're the, that one. Yeah, I saw that. The black guy looks like Don Cheadle in that photo.
It does.
The thing is, I'm the prime age for this movie. And they're like, well, it's really aimed at kids. Here's the way you shoot down that argument. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that series, has not been on TV constantly for kids to watch. Maybe your kids saw it on Netflix and they like it. But the show went to Zeo in 96 or 7, and then they never went back to Mighty Morphin ever. There was like one where the people like put on the costumes again, but the original Mighty Morphin has been over for over 20 years. So the people that say like, oh, my kids love that show, they just found it on Netflix. They really didn't grow up with it. And all these little kids aren't going to go, oh, this is the Power Rangers. I fucking love the Power Rangers. They're like fucking pirates or space aliens or whatever the Power Rangers are nowadays. They're cops. Right. What are the Power Rangers?
Essentially, now you're introducing them to an entire new storyline. Because, I mean, this is not, like Jeff said, this is not what we grew up with. But you don't need to fucking modernize it. They're Power Rangers. They're not goddamn superheroes. They're a task force. That's what they're originally supposed to be.
Yeah, and I could be cool with like updating some things because that show's very 90s, but the designs don't look like the Power Rangers. Their Zords look just like Transformers, and Transformers made a bunch of money, so that's why they look like that. And these look like cosplay costumes or something really ugly. Like the Power Rangers were kind of technology based. the Mighty Morphins were. In Japan, they were mystics and whatever. But in America, everything was very technology oriented and look
In science.
Yeah, in science, these suits don't look good. I'm an artist. I would never design this. If you wanted to know my ideal design for a Power Ranger costume, look at the Flash TV show and basically turn a Power Ranger suit into that kind of a just a leather, like an actual cloth or material suit that has some kind of twist and bend and keep the original design with the diamonds and the fucking belt to break up the suit. This just looks like a CGI mess.
It's I'm highly disappointed because this is like you, I grew up with this, and this was my childhood. This is Power Rangers were everything. I had the video games, I had the action figures, and it's like I don't understand the need to change something that's already great. Why you can't fix what's not broken. All you can do is make it worse and break it.
And I just want to say this. I'll get off this I'll stop beating this dead horse, but I just don't know.
Her name's Leslie.
If you're marketing it to kids, make this a kids movie. If you want people like me who grew up with the show, not these like snarky teenagers like, oh, that's my childhood. No, motherfucker. You were probably like, what is it? The cop one, or the pirate, or the Ninja Task Force X hyper bullshit team. Whatever. You're one of those. You're not Mighty Morphin. So don't pick the most popular Power Rangers and fuck with them. Just make a movie called Power Rangers, And don't put Zordon, don't put Alpha 5, don't put Rita Repulsa. Put these other versions that are, for the kids. Don't pick the ones that people with money like me can go, oh, well, I'll go see a Power Rangers movie. Because you just kind of turned me off to it. So.
I bet you Alpha 5 looks like,
He's played by Bill Hader.
He's going to look like fucking... he's probably going to look like one of them, I bet. His suit, whatever he built out of or whatever, he's going to look like one of them.
I hope this movie's complete garbage.
I don't want it to be, but I know it's going to be.
I don't even want to give it a chance.
It sucks.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's talk about stuff that doesn't suck. Phil, you got some good news, right?
Sure. A short piece of news would be John Wick 2 wrapped filming last week and is set for an early 2017 release. There's a there's a teaser poster that was released this morning online of John Wick being measured for a new suit. It looks awesome.
The first one was amazing.
Yeah, I can't. I'm hoping this one is just as great.
That movie came out of nowhere.
That's the reason I think it was so wildly successful, because it wasn't a franchise, it wasn't something, and the story's kind of over. So I don't know what John Wick's motivations are in this film.
Somebody mailed him a cat.
Somebody made him a cat and it got eaten by a bear.
He's just gonna go hunting for the whole movie.
Shawn Michaels is gonna join him out in the woods.
Well, I don't expect this to be as good as the original, but I'll give it a shot.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like, I saw when it was coming out, I was like, oh great, another Keanu Reeves movie. But it actually turned out pretty awesome.
Keanu Reeves is a good guy in real life. Have you seen that video of him on the subway train?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this was just a couple weeks back. He's on a subway train in New York, and some woman comes on the subway, and he gets up and he gives her a seat. I was like, that's pretty classy.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Olivia Wilde, I'd stay sitting down.
I saw that shit. I would sit down for her too. Fuck her. You're entitled ass. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, go back to Hollywood, you twat.
Shouldn't you be riding a fucking limousine, bitch?
I was just saying, if you're pregnant, what the fuck are you doing on the subway when you got all that goddamn money? Hail a goddamn cab.
She's just going out in the public to cause problems, so she can say
sit down
that's
the whole goddamn way.
That's against women.
Well, Jason Sudeikis is a bitch. Actually, I like Jason Sudeikis quite a bit, but I'm sure he would defend anything she says because it's his girlfriend or wife. So, fuck you by proxy, Jason Sudeikis.
I don't think they're married, but whatever.
If anything, he's probably the wife.
Burn. In other news, the 68th annual Emmy Awards were Sunday night, and Fox's limited series, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, was the show to beat, and not much did, winning 9 awards in 9 major categories. Of the biggest surprises of the night also was Louis Anderson's outstanding supporting actor for his role in Baskets. the comedy series from FX starring Zach Galifianakis and co-created by Louis C.K. There were a bunch of other big winners, first timers. Mr. Robot's Rami Malek for lead actor in a drama series. I actually love that show. It's a really good show.
Didn't Strange Things win?
No, it wasn't nominated for anything.
Oh,
It got in. It got in too late for the nominations. It'll probably be in there next year.
And by then, the hype will be over, and people won't be in love with it because it's the big thing to like.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love.
Out.
Hey, I loved Stranger Things. You can listen to a review on the channel. You can actually listen to a interview with a real life Stranger Things survivor. So that's cool. But by next year, it's just gonna be it's over.
Yeah. Also, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who accepted her 5th consecutive Emmy for the show Veep. She won big that night.
She's a billionaire.
Yes, she is.
I think she's good looking. I would have loved to hooked up with her in the '90s and rode that train to the top.
More notable winners were Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent, Regina King for American Crime, and Game of Thrones. They all took Emmys for the 2nd year in a row. The other one that caught my eye was Seth MacFarlane won Outstanding Character Voiceover Performance for Family Guy. This show has now been nominated for 23 major category nominations with 6 total wins. It also remains the only animated show to be nominated for Best Comedy Series since The Flintstones in 1961.
Jesus. Dude, speaking of comedy, you're forgetting the best win of the whole night. Key and Peele.
Oh, they won. I didn't see that.
They beat out Amy Schumer's Saturday Night Live, that overrated, pretentious piece of shit Portlandia, another overrated, pretentious piece of shit Documentary Now, and Drunk History, which is a good show, but Key and Peele all the way. They are some funny motherfuckers.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty good.
That movie was amazing. Keanu?
I still haven't seen it.
We were going to
yet?
I think so. We were going to review it for the show. We just went and saw it in theaters and forgot to review it.
I really do want to see that.
It so overwhelmed you, you just totally forgot.
Here's the thing. It started out, and I thought, this movie's going to be so schlocky and not funny. And then they go into this bar, and it gets crazy, and I love it. Well, the Emmys were amazing. I wish Michael J. Fox would have won one.
For what?
He was nominated for guest actor in a drama
Best
series.
Shaker.
Shut up.
He makes a great martini.
I'm glad you're here, Joel.
He'd be good at a Bond film.
Oh, shaken, not
yes,
stir.
sir.
Speaking of Michael J. Fox, I also read today that Netflix is changing up their lineup next month, and Back to the Future will be leaving Netflix.
And Beverly Hills Cop. It's like
and
Netflix
Beverly Hills
telling
Cop.
me to fuck you, Jeff.
Right, and they're not bringing in a bunch of good stuff, but they're bringing in Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
which used to be there.
Yeah.
It's not even new. It's like, we're bringing Beverly Hills Cop back. Oh, great.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll bring Beverly Hills Cop back.
It used to be on there for like 3 years straight.
Was Dazed and Confused ever on there? Because they're adding that as well.
Yeah, that was on there.
That's a good movie.
Here's the thing about Netflix. I don't really watch Netflix for like the original series. Those are just a bonus. I kind of watch Netflix for a fucking digital library of movies I really like that aren't popular enough to get Blu-ray releases, but somehow Netflix has the HD quality streams. So shit like Beverly Hills Cop 2 is not on Blu-ray in America. So I watch it there. Flex, it's a hard movie to find on Blu-ray. It's just like little shit like that I enjoy. I don't really...
Why do they keep removing stuff and then adding it back? Why don't you just leave it there?
Because they're not being paid to have it there.
But they're making money off the subscription.
Netflix
yeah,
is
but
real
they
weird how
also
their
make
business
money
works.
on the other side. If somebody wants their stuff on there, sometimes they'll pay to have it on there. Or maybe... No, hold on. Reverse that. Sorry. The person may also on the other end that owns it wants too much money.
Well, the movies I want to watch on Netflix, like Beverly Hills Cop, how many people do you think really buy a copy of Beverly Hills Cop on Blu-ray each year? Like 5. It's not a popular movie anymore. It made all its money. It's over and done with. I like it.
If they made a 3-movie set, I'd buy it.
They have it on DVD. I had it as a kid.
If they made a 4-movie set with Jeff's Beverly Hills Cop 4 script, I would definitely buy it.
Fuck yeah! Then finally throw the soundtrack out there. Hollywood, release the Beverly Hills Cop score. I'm dying for it. I'll kill Dan on air.
A soundtrack with one goddamn song on it.
Hey,
F.
I'll do it. I'll listen to it, man. It's my
That'd be
show.
great. Oh, anyway, my last piece of news. Jurassic World 2 is in the news. Jurassic World 1 cost $150 million to make. $150, yes. That's
That's
great.
Discount. Hey, let's make 10 of those movies right now.
God damn it! Why do I always forget the million?
That's
Anyway.
the part.
The first Jurassic Park or Jurassic World made 150 or cost 150 million to make, not including the millions spent on the Margaritaville marketing. For modern day blockbuster, especially one featuring a big name co-star or a big name star like Chris Pratt, CGI dinosaurs and Jimmy Fallon cameos, that's not too expensive, considering Waterworld was made for 172 million. What a waste of money. And that came out 21 years ago. But according to Juan Antonio Banya, who will direct the next installment of the planned trilogy, Jurassic World 2, or as it should be called, Jurassic Galaxy at this point, will have a much bigger budget than the original. Those raptors don't work cheap. Banya confirmed that the Jurassic World sequel does have an official title. However, the formal announcement will be made later this year. Notably, Banya confirmed that the budget for Jurassic World 2 would be $260 million. This is a massive increase from Jurassic World's production of $150 million. Bonnier did not give a specific reason for the large budget increase. A $260 million budget would make Jurassic World 2 among the top 6 most expensive films of all time. And I have a list of the top 10 most expensive films of all time. Number 1 is Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, which was a terrible goddamn movie. At $378.5 million.
That was the fucking budget?
That was the budget for the film.
Fuck.
And I don't see where the fuck it went either. That movie was bad. Number 2 is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End at $300 million. Number 3 is The Avengers Age of Ultron at $279.9 million. Number 4 is John Carter at $263.7 million. And it would tie number 5, Tangled, at $260 million. 6 is Spider-Man 3 at $258 million. And number 7 through 10 are all ties. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, and Captain America Civil War, all at $250 million. And then Spectre came in at 11 at $245 million.
See, now I can see that Spectre was that expensive.
Yeah.
Because it was a pretty lavish... People were like, oh, it's not as good as Skyfall. Debatable.
Those sets were off the chain.
Yeah, and the fucking action scenes were all shot practically.
Right.
And that fucking helicopter scene was amazing. The whole opening to Spectre is one of the best openings to any Bond movie.
True.
It was good.
I mean, you got the helicopter, you got the whole Day of the Dead thing, the chase through the city. I liked it. That's, you know what, that's neither here nor there. But the funny thing is, for the movies that have the big budgets, I don't like most of those movies.
And that's the thing. And I noticed there's a common denominator between most of these movies. Disney.
Yep.
Out of the 10 that I listed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are on. 7 of them are Disney.
Now, did you mention John Carter?
8 of them. I'm sorry, 8 of them are Disney.
Yeah, John Carter's in there.
John Carter was number 4.
That movie was terrible.
$163.7 million. But
yeah,
they also
his
say
was nice.
they also say that its CG is the only one to hold up. It's aged the best out of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great. That's what I said when we went and saw it, Joel, years ago. But
I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it on TV. I didn't like that movie, really. It was not that great.
We saw it, and somebody pulled the fire alarm. So that's the one memory I have of that film.
I remember her body. That's what I remember from the film.
Who was in that?
I don't know her name anymore.
Was it Evangeline Lilly?
No.
Not important enough.
Oh,
No, this woman was British, I think, in real life.
Well, It's not that important who was in it. I'm just asking because if it's the woman from Ant-Man, yes, I agree.
No, it wasn't her.
Waterworld, you made a Waterworld joke earlier.
Waterworld had a $172 million budget.
That movie is... Kevin Costner can't win for losing. I mean, to me, he's kind of like The Bodyguard and Dances with Wolves.
There was only one scene in that whole movie that was any good. It's just when he takes that woman down to the bottom of where the city was, and you just see the city like submerged, and you see the submarine stuck in between two buildings. I was like, that's kind of cool, but fucked up too.
Her name was Lynn Collins.
Oh, okay.
John Carter.
Joel, aren't you a fan of that movie, The Postman?
No.
With Kevin Costner? You didn't like that one?
It was okay.
Oh, because you're the only person I've ever heard talk about that movie. The world has forgotten it. So, Phil, what else you got? Is that it?
That would be it. Jurassic Park gonna have a big fucking budget for no apparent reason.
I haven't seen Jurassic World, and I don't plan on it.
It was decent for nostalgia's sake, because they went back to an island. They went back to the island they had actually built a new park, and it was an active park. And I like the scenario where, yeah, you've tested the theme park, you did that in the first one, it turned out to be a magnificent failure, then you found a way to fix it. So now the park is filled with hundreds of thousands of people, and that's when everything goes wrong and dinosaurs start eating people, and that's the best part.
Because they genetically combined DNA from different dinosaurs and made it intelligent. And
right,
that can cloak.
They created a hybrid T-Rex, basically.
With raptor.
It was mixed with raptor.
Well, Jeff didn't go see it because I didn't grow up watching Jurassic Park. I didn't see Jurassic Park till I was 24 or 5 years old.
We were friends when you saw that for the first time.
Yeah, I saw it when Joel, you were with me. We saw the 3D release. That was the first time I ever saw the movie. It was good, but I don't have any nostalgia for Jurassic Park. Therefore, I don't go, ooh, dinosaurs. I didn't really care for dinosaurs as a kid. Outside of Power Rangers.
I didn't really either. But then when this one was, I found myself grinning ear to ear when the two T-Rexes were fighting each other at the end of the movie. It was really awesome.
What were you going to say, Joel?
I think if you first time you ever saw dinosaurs, it wouldn't be, ooh.
Well,
dinosaurs would be like more, ah!
Well, maybe that's true. But I'm talking about in the movies. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's so exciting. And I'm just like, whatevs. So that's why people go, why don't you like Jurassic Park, Jeff? Because I didn't watch it as a kid. I don't get nostalgic for it. It doesn't have much of a fucking story. Like, Spielberg's a fine director, but he's not my favorite director. And if we're talking about best Spielberg movies, it's fucking, for me, it's the Indiana Jones trilogy, Catch Me If You Can's good, and a couple other ones.
Yeah,
it's not that you hate
back with Leonardo.
I was just say it's not that you hate it. It's just it's not your thing.
Yeah, I'll never get into it. I didn't have the toys as a kid. Whatevs. Joel, do you have any news?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Of course, you know that Disney erased all of the literary backstory of Star Wars.
Yes, the expanded universe.
The expanded universe. Well, they're actually dipping into it to bring in a villain. Star Wars Rebels. They're introducing probably the most famous non-Sith villain to the series, and that's
Tyrannus?
Nope. Admiral Thrawn.
Right.
The guy that could look at art from any species and actually through that understand how that species, because of their art, fights their wars and defeat them. They explained that they miscalculated on getting rid of everything, so they're going to go back and actually pick things that they think will be successful and would work in the new universe.
Well, the new universe is pretty much horseshit, so I'm
Well,
all for
actually,
the old universe.
Star Wars Rebels is actually pretty good.
I don't have time to watch a kid's show, so I'm just gonna call it bullshit. I'm sure it could be amazing, but I'm tired of like the episodes in between the episodes. It's like we don't. Oh my God! They took a shit on Alpha Centauri 5 6 weeks before the Battle of Yavin. Woohoo! Like I'm impressed. That's good quality entertainment. The Clone Wars was cool because it was a whole fucking thing.
Well, this is actually like after Rebels takes place after Vader's rise as Vader and before A New Hope.
Yeah, I've seen episodes of it. I wasn't impressed. I don't like the character design. I don't like that. I don't like shows with. I mean, I'm an adult now. I don't care about little kid characters. So even as a little kid, I didn't like little kid characters. Like I thought
you were never really a little kid.
True, I was 6 feet tall at 5. Not really. I liked Batman, but Robin was a bitch. Who else had a kid? The only kid sidekick I liked was Short Round because he was cool.
You didn't like Robin?
No, fuck you, Robin. You're a dick. I only like 45-year-old Robin played by Chris O'Donnell.
I was just say, I think the last good thing to come out of Cartoon Network was the Clone Wars series.
Yeah,
that was pretty decent. I've seen several episodes of that.
I've seen several seasons of that.
I have.
It's on Netflix.
I don't like the animation so much, but it's a good story.
It got better as time went on. Joel, if they keep bringing back all these people from the old expanded universe, just bring back the old expanded universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Solid. They're already fucking doing the whole Ben Skywalker thing.
Yeah.
Well, he'd be Ben Solo now, but whatever.
No, his name is Kylo Ren.
Sounds like...
No, it's Krylo Ren.
Yeah, he's a terrible character, but we've talked about him ad nauseum on this fucking show. What else you got, Joel? Anything?
Oh, yeah. A few weeks ago, Comic-Con New York announced that their guidelines for weapons with cosplay. They stated that only weapons designed out of foam and cardboard will be acceptable.
Fuck you.
This outraged many cosplayers whose weapons were designed for like months and months in advance, only be told 1 month prior to the convention that this is what we want and this is what will be accepted. They have since reneged, stating that you can bring in fake guns as long as they have the orange tip in front of them, and weapons that are not real. Everything will be inspected at the gates, and security will have overriding authority to say yes or no.
See, I don't understand that, because I don't give a fuck if the gun is fake or not. If you want to shoot somebody, you're going to get to it. You're going to do it. If you want to paint the barrel of your real gun orange and try to get into Comic-Con and blast somebody at the door, you're going to fucking do it.
That is really dark.
I don't understand why it's got to have a fucking orange tip. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's just about control and coddling everybody, and no one knows how to control.
Fuck you.
Placating.
Has this Comic-Con happened yet?
No. Joel's
boycott New York Comic-Con.
I have tickets.
Fucking, I don't give a shit. Boycott it. You sell them tickets on eBay for an extraordinary price.
Or just give them to me. We'll go, Phil.
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, boycott it, Joe.
Yeah, we'll go boycott it in person.
We'll boycott it. We'll wear world-class bullshitter shirts, and we'll have a bunch of signs.
That's how you get people.
Right, so you also want my hotel reservations?
No, we're gonna stay with a friend, so fuck you. I know people, places.
People, places?
Yes.
Not people and places? People, places.
I know people in high places.
They live in places.
Yes, I know people, places. Anyway, is that it? I would tell you this, though. You should go to the Comic-Con as we're, wait, if I send you a world-class bullshitter shirt, will you wear it?
Yes.
Okay, and when are you leaving? October what?
Let's see. The 5th.
Okay, I'll send you one this week. Don't ask at the door if it's appropriate. Just walk in with it on. Because Nick wore his to Dragon Con and no one said a single thing about it.
Oh, Jeff. Send him a bunch of business cards to hand out, too.
I only have one box left. I'll send you some.
God damn it, Jeff.
No, Joe, I will send you a world-class bullshitter shirt, and you wear it to the con, and you can tell. Or do you want a shitbuster shirt? Or don't you own one? Okay, don't you own?
No, I own the Beat John Cena.
Okay, I knew you bought a shirt. I'll send you that shirt, and you wear it at the show and promote us.
Yeah, do world class bullshitters. That's
So
fine.
fans,
I will very much do that.
So fans, if you want to meet Joel of World Class Bullshitters fame, and you're at the New York Comic Con, just find him. He looks like Waldo, and he'll have a World Class Bullshitter shirt on.
Well, then he doesn't look like
the case.
Waldo.
I know. You had to have a certain red and white motif.
Well, you have the glasses. Just wear the goddamn hat, Waldo. Shut the fuck up.
Put some blue pants. Yeah, put blue pants on, wear the glasses and the hat, and then the world class bullshitter shirt.
I like it. Are you gonna cosplay as anything, Joel?
No.
Oh.
He's gonna cosplay as a big black dick.
Shh. Dustin can't stop staring at him.
Dustin will just show up and follow him around and stare at him.
He
Look.
might start stroking me.
Uh-oh.
Well, that'll be the most.
Careful he
intense
doesn't put you in his mouth.
Oh god.
You know what? Let's talk about tonight's main feature. So, in honor of the Emmys, we're going to talk about some of our favorite television shows throughout the years. This is pretty informal since the other bullshitters kind of backed out and were like, well, we don't know what we're going to have for a show tonight. So, we're just going to bullshit about TV for a little bit, and hopefully you enjoy it.
We are the bullshitters after all.
We are world-class bullshitters, sir. Do not discredit our credentials. That was kind of a loaded sentence. Anyway, Phil, do you want to talk about some shows you like first?
I'll start with current TV. Like I said before, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Robot. It's a little weird at times, but it's a fantastic show. God, I can't remember his name.
Rom something?
No, the main character, he's a big actor. And I'm spacing.
Wasn't his name Mr. Robot in the show?
Elijah.
Well, that's his character's name. God damn it. It's a show, basically it's a show about a bunch of hackers who want to try and start a revolution. Fuck, what is his name? Hold on, Robot. I know his name. Christian Slater, that's it. Christian Slater, I don't want to ruin the show for anybody that hasn't watched it, but he plays a role. The first season has a huge twist in the last like 2 episodes, and it blew my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? And not many shows can do that anymore. So,
well, not many shows will hire Christian Bale, so I guess they got to pull out all the stops when that's your biggest
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater, yeah, Christian Bale. Anyone would hire Christian Bale.
I wouldn't hire him.
No matter how crazy he fucking is.
I would just tell him to fuck off and know his goddamn role.
I've been finding myself becoming a big fan of a lot of shows on USA. Another great show that they have is Suits.
It is a good show.
It's a lawyer show. It to me it rivals. It's not as comical, but it rivals Boston Legal that was on ABC years ago. William Shatner and what's the other guy's name?
Do you guys remember the show Boston Public?
I remember it. I don't think I ever watched it.
Neither did I. I just remember the name. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, that's funny.
Thanks.
Oh, what was the guy's name that played Ultron?
James Spader.
That's it. James Spader and William Shatner. That was another good show. Boston Legal.
The only USA show I've ever been into was Burn Notice.
I love that too. I was sad to see it end, but it was kind of getting old.
He'll be at the Comic-Con.
Don't expect to pay less than $80 for an autograph.
Jesus.
I'm not going on Thursday. That's his only day.
Oh. Well, you'll get a chance to meet Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, just stalk him outside his hotel.
The Evil Dead versus Ash is on.
Oh, that was a really good fucking show. Did you watch it?
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's the second episode of Schlocktoberfest. So, listeners, Schlocktoberfest is 31 days of pure terror here on World Class Bullshitters. So you need to make sure you're subscribed and check your goddamn inbox every single day so you can get every episode of Schlocktoberfest. Call your cable provider. ... What else do you like, Phil?
Well, as far as current shows go, I like The Blacklist. That's another James Spader show, coincidentally. He's really phenomenal in anything he's in. He's a fantastic actor.
Have you ever seen his old 80s movies?
No, I
Stargate
can't
was
say
in
that
the
I have.
90s.
Well, go watch Pretty in Pink. I think he's in that movie. I actually like that movie quite a bit.
Sure, I'll go with that. I know you'll criticize me for this, but I do enjoy The Walking Dead.
Oh, that's the end of the show, folks. Thanks for watching.
I know Jeff and everybody else here doesn't really think it's that great of a show.
It's
I'll admit
great.
I'll admit that it's kind of going downhill as the show gets older. The first couple seasons were great though. I mean, I am no means a horror fan. I don't really care for horror movies, and so I can go into this movie saying I'm not a horror fan, but I enjoyed this movie or this show.
See, I'm not going in as a horror fan for The Walking Dead. Joel introduced me to the comic book series maybe about 6 to 8 months before the show came out. So we're talking the same, was it 2010, Joel, was when the show debuted? So we're talking the same year, but I'm a few months before it, and I was really into that series. I thought it was a fantastic comic. I had never read anything like it. It felt like a great, realistic interpretation of a zombie apocalypse. And so I was pumped for the show, and I watched season 1, and I liked it. And then season 2 came out, and I was like, okay, that's pretty good. And then 3 came out, and that's when it shit the bed. And until you moved away, Joel, I watched it. And once you were gone, I never watched it again.
I'm sorry, man.
No, thank you. You saved me from terrible television.
By moving.
Yeah, to the other side of the country.
I mean,
No, just a little south.
Yeah, well, my kind gotta stay away from that part of the country.
see, I went into the show not knowing anything about it. My friend, who was a big comic book guy, he told me about the series probably a couple weeks before the show debuted. He's like, "Oh, did you hear about The Walking Dead coming out?" And I was like, "I don't know anything about it." I watched the first episode. You watch that first scene when he walks up to the gas station or whatever, and the little girl turns around and she's a zombie and her mouth is falling off or whatever. And then he just fucking shoots her square in the face, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!"
See,
I couldn't believe that they put something like that on television.
Yeah, Walking Dead used to be a little ballsy. And then, okay, let me just break it down why I lost interest in the show. So, the first season was good. I didn't like the whole CDC thing, but whatever. Then you get to season 2, and Lori becomes insufferable. Everyone's looking for Coral every 5 minutes. Shane should have been fucking dead earlier in the show. You get to the farm, and I hate Herschel and his fucking family. They're unlikable. When he died, I was happy. The thing is, okay, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes problem with The Walking Dead. You had Frank Darabont on there as the showrunner, or the producer, whatever. Frank Darabont had a big role on the show. He did a good job. Then AMC kicked him off, and all the actors that were loyal to him wanted to leave the show. And those were all the characters that I liked and thought did a good job. The only later addition to the show that I enjoy is fucking Maggie. Like, other than that, every other character that gets in, like, I hate those fucking kids.
They're dead.
Yeah, the search for Sophia, or whatever her fucking name was stupid. Carl's a fucking cunt, even though he was in the first episode. Fucking hate you, Chandler Riggs. You're a shit actor.
Oh, remember we ignored him at the convention in Cincinnati?
Yeah, we did. He looked like all these people were like, "Hey, that's the guy from The Walking Dead." So what?
We walk past just looking at him, and he looks up, and we keep walking, and
yeah, Joel,
he looks so sad.
We made a 12-year-old feel insecure. We should be really proud of our fucking selves.
Hey, he's made more money in 1 year than I'll make in my life.
Thank you for correcting that. It's you that'll make. Yeah, he was there. Another reason I don't like The Walking Dead is because it's really ruined horror for a lot of people, like the conventions, because it's like, you got these guys that were fucking pioneers and made these classic movies. Oh my god, Norman Reedus is here. Let's throw our fucking money at him. Idiots. Anyway, Joel, what are some shows that you're into? Currently. We'll talk about current shows, and then we'll go and talk about our favorite overall.
Supernatural. I love that show.
That's still on?
Yes, it's going into its 12th year, and it's actually, they're estimating at least 14 seasons.
God damn.
I mean, this show, it gives you angels, the demons, the snarky attitude of Dean Winchester, who Jason Eccles should have been picked and not fucking Ryan Reynolds to play Green Lantern with a good script. Fuck that movie. Fuck the directors, and I hope their fucking kids die of syphilis.
You don't want to say fuck the director because the director made Goldeneye.
You know what? He did that before, and then he got worse.
Fair enough.
I mean, just the entire season, the build up, from the first season of the single episodes, and then you started getting the story build up for the entire season arc. Just it's fun to watch because it brings in stuff like now, like the fact that they find out that their lives are being written about. So people are reading about their lives thinking they're fictional characters. And then they go and find out that what is that shit called when they make it gay?
Fan fiction?
Or something like that, and they find out there's actual stuff on the internet about them being homosexual lovers, and that just freaks Dean out. And it's like, they are not lovers, and whatever. I mean, that TV show, I can't wait till it comes back on. Unfortunately, it's usually one of the last shows that actually start up the season when it starts.
Well, at least they know what they're doing, because without the mainstay competition, the show's been able to be on for fucking 12 years, so...
Yeah. There was actually a joke in the show when they got thrown into our universe, and they met the writer in the creator of the show, Robert Singer, and they look at it and he says, because their best friend or their mentor from the show, their world is Bobby Singer. It says and they're like, only a douchebag would write themselves in their own show.
I know Dion's a huge fan of it. I tried watching one episode, and I don't do a lot of TV because I don't think it's as... I want to go see a movie because it's one big story and it's over. I don't really want to invest 24 weeks of my life, or 26 weeks, or 12 if we live in the UK, to anything. I enjoyed watching...
We did that with Doctor Who, which was my next offer.
Yeah, let's talk about Doctor Who. This is a show Loudy would love. It's funny how the bullshitters aren't here tonight, but we're talking about shit they all are loving.
Those were full of shit.
Yeah. Dicks.
Although I have not, because I don't have cable anymore. I got tired of paying that bill. I haven't seen the last season of Doctor Who with
Capaldi.
What's her name? The new black
Oh, I haven't. Dude, I haven't.
The goofy ass looking companion. They had the sexy ass Jenna Coleman there, Claire, and they bring in Goofy.
Goonie goo goo, bitch. Yeah, anyone's gonna get that reference besides, oh, you're an asshole.
Hell no.
Yeah. Don't even tell them what it is. Phil will tell you off air later.
Okay.
Doctor Who's used to be an amazing show. I was really into it with David Tennant. I liked Matt Smith enough, but I lost interest. How's Peter Capaldi, Joel?
Grumpy.
Oh, so you
heartless a little bit at times, I guess.
So he's just like you.
Not heartless. If you prick me, do I not bleed?
I don't know. You once cut yourself and air came out, so...
That was just gas.
You are full of shit.
Hence, that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, another good show. Game of Thrones. I'm sorry, I like that show.
You're not in the minority. Most people seem to watch it.
Fuck the majority. I like The Flash, unlike your comments yesterday on the show with Dustin.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Did we call you an idiot?
Yeah.
Well,
that's like one of the lighter things you've ever called me.
To your face.
Oh.
That was a shit burn. Sorry, listeners. I don't mean to offend you guys with my bad jokes.
Let's see, what else is good out there right now? Fuck Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
Although I wouldn't not bang the main character, Sky.
Well, of course she's good looking. I'm just talking about the quality of the television show. I don't like it. There's a lot. You know what? I'm going to talk about what I do like, though. My favorite show that's still on the air is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They have not produced a bad episode of that show. There are some that aren't as good as other ones, but they're all still quality. I would go as far as to say it's the funniest show ever made. Like, seriously. Name a comedy, and I will say It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is better.
Benny Hill.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is better. It's quotable. It's kind of mean-spirited, but the people get their comeuppance all the time. And it builds on itself. A lot of shows, like The Big Bang Theory, it's like, oh, this happened 5 years ago. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Well, like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia will build off something from the first episode, and they'll bring it back 8 years later. It's just a great show. It's got great callbacks. It's genuinely funny. It's not sanitized and safe for like, oh, it's on at 8 o'clock prime time. Everyone's going to watch it at 8 o'clock, and, it's fun for the whole family. No, I don't think kids would enjoy this show. One, because they probably wouldn't get the humor. They would just be like, oh, they said shit on TV. That's funny. Like, it's a little, I'm not going to say it's a smart TV show, because it's got a lot of crude, stupid humor, but there are a lot of deeper jokes, and it's pretty fucking funny if you're, into comedy in general. That's pretty much all I watch on TV. I watch a lot of reruns, like The Twilight Zone, Family Ties, anything on Food Network.
What, nothing on Travel?
Hey, if it's a food show on Travel Channel, I'm going to watch it. I've seen that episode like Steak Utopia like 45 times, and every time I watch it, I just get hungrier. Like, I could go for a fucking steak right now.
Let's go.
Shit, I had one meal today. I am starving. Not literally, but, I'm quite hungry.
Well, you're talking about shows. I mean, we could also talk about Netflix shows.
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
It's the best one.
Yeah, the upcoming Luke Cage.
Yeah, listeners,
awesome.
you can expect an entire fucking review of Luke Cage Season 1 as soon as that show comes out. Like, I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, I'll watch it right away. Stranger Tides.
Things.
Or not Tides. Things. Orange is the New Black was good for the first couple seasons.
Yeah, that's a show that got too political, and I lost a lot of enjoyment.
Yeah.
The whole Black Lives Matter season was stupid. And I'm half black, so curb your fucking racist cries, you jagaloons.
SJW piece of shits.
Yeah! World-class bullshitters used to be about something. And then we kind of got a little bit of notoriety, so we mellowed out.
Calm down, you scurvy dogs.
Yeah. No more. We ain't taking no more bullshit. No more SJW shit.
We're not gonna take it.
If you sing anywhere, we're gonna get lost.
Shit, turn it sideways and stick it straight back up your candy asses.
I was really into it. They killed off my favorite character, Poussey, so I probably will never watch Orange is the New Black anymore.
Oh.
What, did you not?
There's one show on Netflix I watched that's actually interesting, Penny Dreadful.
Yeah! I love Eva Green. She's got a big rack.
She's got some
Rose
big
is in there.
titties.
What'd you say?
Rose is in there.
Tyler?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She's like the bride of Frankenstein.
Well, with those eyebrows, I'd believe it.
Now, her mouth, I don't know what it was. She was okay looking in Doctor Who. She came back. She had a speech impediment. Her mouth was sticking out. She looked like a horse.
She's got giant teeth.
A horse is a horse, of course.
Of course. Oh, Netflix is great for TV because they got a ton of back catalogs with the show. Like, for example, I brought up the show Family Ties. That show was on before I was born, so I didn't grow up with it, and I didn't catch it in reruns. But I caught it on Netflix, and I watched every episode, 2 episodes every morning before I went to college. And I basically ate cereal and watched Family Ties, and it was a phenomenal couple of months. And then I got into, what else did I watch on Netflix? I watched The Twilight Zone every fucking week. I love that show. To me, that's one of the, as much as I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, The Twilight Zone is the greatest TV show ever made. It's so important, too, because everything you people out there are listening to and watching, in some way was influenced by The Twilight Zone, either indirectly or directly. It was like a it was a trend-setting TV show. So
had
many
a
things.
ton of stars too.
Oh my God, William Shatner was on it multiple times. If you consider him a star.
The Penguin.
Yeah, Burgess Meredith had a couple episodes.
Oh, he had a fucked up episode.
Which one?
The one where he like had to store a place of all these books, and it's all he cared about, and he was gonna survive. And then after World War III happens, he comes out to look around, and he drops and shatters his only pair of glasses.
Time Enough at Last is the name of the episode.
Oh god, that was awesome.
That was
in that one episode where Death comes and talks to the woman.
Oh, and it's Robert Redford.
And he said, he's explaining to her how, like, I'm not a bad thing.
That was a good episode. That's never in my favorites list, but I enjoy it. The only episodes of The Twilight Zone I skip are the ones that were shot on videotape and look terrible. And I mean, there are some hokey episodes. There's the kind where, this woman's getting a phone call from beyond the grave, and the episode ends with a phone line going into a fucking gravestone. So that's kind of hokey. But then you got great episodes like the Monsters Are Due on Maple Street. You have To Serve Man, which is one of those big twist endings, which I love. It also features Jaws from James Bond.
Yeah.
The Canamits. Like I said, Twilight Zone, probably the perfect television show. If you're not into sci-fi, okay, still watch it because it's so important. The shit Rod Serling and Buck Houghton, or whatever his name is, wrote about and produced almost 60 years ago is still relevant today. Actually more important and more relevant today than it was back then. Those guys were they were way before their time, and it was great that the shows were successful enough, but now they're so culturally relevant that I suggest everyone go out and watch it immediately.
What was that one show that was kind of a rip-off of that?
The Outer Limits?
No, not The Outer Limits.
Was Rod Serling on it?
No. It was like basically they were talking about the everyday universe, and then there's the dark side or the flip side, negative zone. Oh man, it would reverse the color of the picture into a negative.
I've never heard of this show. If you find out, tell me because it sounds interesting.
Oh man,
Joel or Phil, have you ever watched The Twilight Zone?
Yeah, my aunt used to watch the shit out of the show every time hell, to this day, like we'll go over there. They do a Twilight Zone marathon on New Year's Eve. Every New Year's Eve we go over there. She's got it on the TV. It's like, turn this shit off. It's a good show, but they play the same episodes every year. It's like I've seen these 100 times.
Yeah, well, there are a finite amount of episodes because the show did end, but
I mean, it's got there's a lot of pop culture references to it. The Shatner things there's something on the wing.
Yep.
That's a huge. That's probably one of my favorites.
I wish the movie didn't suck.
There's something on the wing. Something on the wing of the plane.
Shh. I like your impression of William Shatner. It's pretty accurate.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Spock.
Really?
Before we get into the closing of the show, I gotta say, one of my favorite TV shows ever is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I absolutely love that show.
Love that show.
Yeah. I know Dustin's not a fan because he didn't grow up with it, and there's black people on it with money, and where he's from, there are no black people.
Well, also there was
or
no
money.
wife beating on the show.
Yeah, or money.
There was no wife beating on the show, so Dustin wouldn't be interested.
He's like, this does not represent my everyday life. Colored people who are happy? No. It's got the greatest TV theme song of all time.
Yeah. They had a lot of great episodes.
Oh, yeah.
That episode where his dad comes back to visit and then takes off.
I was just about to say, that's the one episode I hate.
Oh, really?
Why don't you love me, man?
It gets me every time, man.
It doesn't bother me. I'm like, yeah, my dad's dead, but he loved me, so I don't have daddy issues with that shit. It's like, oh, well, sorry, brother. Your dad was a piece of shit. But you got Uncle Phil, so you should be really happy that he pays for every fucking thing. Like, what family, rich or not, it just takes in, like, a nephew and pays for everything, sends him to private school? Nobody. Only in the Fresh
Angelina Jolie.
Well, she is single.
Joel has a point.
Yeah. But she also makes out with her brother and weird shit, so
Oh, guess what? Brad Pitt's being accused of child beating.
Yeah, well, that's
I
probably.
was like, really? You think he has time for that? He's always fucking someone else on the side.
Well, when you're married to a bag of bones, I can't get mad at him.
Hey,
But
Jeff, what was the show that you said?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, that was like Twilight Zone?
Night Gallery? Or The Outer Limits?
Tales from the Dark Side.
Oh, I know that show. Yeah, there's a movie.
Yeah, which wasn't that good.
I like that movie quite a bit.
I just like the old style that would show it in color and then it would flip, or black and white and flip it and be a negative. I thought it was a cool idea.
Since we're talking about anthology shows, you got to talk about fucking Tales from the Crypt. That is a phenomenal.
Oh,
good show.
And if you're a fan or want to learn more about Tales from the Crypt, keep tuned in or stay tuned in for Schlocktoberfest because there's an episode about Tales from the Crypt coming in the month of October. And I might even do a little retrospective on the comic book series that the TV show is based off of. So, just food for thought. But, man, those shows had great fucking twist endings. And they were, and it was HBO, so it had a higher budget. It had really good cinematography. And it had a really strong cast, dude. Like, the first episode had William Sadler in it. And if you don't know who that is, you're a heathen. And 2, he was in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey as Death. Also had Robert Wool in an episode. He was in Batman. He played Knox. And Joe Pantoliano, who was in The Goonies. So, if you like entertainment ever and you're a human being, watch this. Like, even if you're not into horror, there are episodes that are not horror-oriented, and they're still amazing.
Bordello of Blood. No.
The movies weren't that good.
No, they weren't.
I hate Dennis Miller.
You know, another good show was House.
Joel loved it.
That was a great show.
It's funny how different you guys are, but how similar your TV tastes are.
Yeah, I hate
Could
that
be
fucking
lupus.
cunt.
You guys would be like, oh, let's watch this show, and you would enjoy everything together.
No. I would want to kill him every second I'm with him.
Well, just do what I did. Have Chipotle with him, and you'll have a great time.
Dude, you get near me, I'll just hit you with a big shot of sugar or something.
Just give
I'm
him,
gonna shit in your mouth.
give him some pie.
With an extra dose of Beatties.
Just, you mean put ice cream on top?
Beatties cream.
Hey, once his foot falls off, he won't be able to chase you down and beat your ass, so.
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
Speaking of a good time, let's get to my favorite part of the show, the listener comments.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
All right, Joel, you're hired. You're our new music man. I need 17 hours worth of music by next week. Go.
All right, I can do that right now.
So, since we've last met, we've had a good number of episodes. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's been 4 episodes since last week, and you guys have had a lot to say. So, on last week's World Class Bullshitters, a man by the name of A.F. Galways said, I've never understood Star Wars hype. The entire franchise has like 2 good movies, with the newest one being basically a remake of the first. When it comes to Star Wars, low-quality product is par for the course. I kind of agree with that statement.
Yeah, so do I.
It's a lot of hype.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I gotta interrupt you. You gotta do it right. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Frieza
There's a
itself.
show that sucks ass.
Aw, don't start talking
you
shit about.
fucking old.
That movie fucking sucked.
What movie? We're not talking about the movie. We're talking about the show.
Oh, that too.
Well, you're a fucking old cunt, so get some wrinkle cream.
You want a good animated series? Young Justice.
Yeah, but Batman the Animated Series is superior to all these, so end of story.
But
The Blue Robot Product Lord of Dunderland says, Brother from another mother, I feel you, no homo. Should make a suicide pact that if episode 8 gets good reviews, we kill you're done. I ain't killing anybody.
we ain't killing nobody.
There is no death promoted here on World Class Bullshitters, but he says he loves you guys and he's glad he found us. So, Blue Robot Product Lord of Dunderland, you are officially my favorite username next to Kike Duckerberg, or Dyke Duckerberg. But he quit listening, so you hold the award now, sir, Mr. The Blue Robot Product of Lord of Dunderland. Just tell me where you came up with the name next week, please.
Hashtag butt stuff.
All right, one of our number 1 listeners, the Caped Crusader, says,
Na, 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 na.
Me! He said people want to bitch about the prequels. At least the prequels had a better story than the so-called Episode 8 script. He also wants us to do a Civil War commentary track. Sure.
Yeah,
It's a fantastic movie. I don't even have to be drunk for that one. Justin B6699 is back, and he says, with a title like that, you know you're in for a good podcast. And he says that Small Soldiers is his #1 film for the year of 1998. He probably wore out his VHS tape, and he watched it that much. Justin, it's a great movie. I have nothing but great memories from it, and I had so many of those fucking toys, and I had a coloring book.
I had the big brown thing. I don't remember.
Archer.
Yeah, I had that thing.
I hated the Gorgonites. Small Soldiers was the first movie that I ever liked as a kid where I cheered for the bad guys. I couldn't get into.
That sounds like you, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm not even an Army guy, but man, Chip Hazard was badass, and Tommy Lee Jones was his fucking voice. Some badass shit. Twick EO, I don't know if he's a subscriber or not, but welcome to the channel, says, "Where's my free hand job?" Well, Dion's not on tonight's show, so you're gonna have to ask him next week.
Well, did you subscribe?
It's true.
You gotta subscribe to get your hand jobs.
Yeah, Twick. I can look that up, but I don't have the time right now.
Just so everybody knows, Dion's about 18 weeks behind.
Try 52.
It's okay. No, he's only 18. Trust me.
Oh, shit.
He told me.
Okay.
He's keeping track. He's up to, what was it? 498 blowjobs. I mean, hand jobs.
Oh my god, he just sweetened the deal.
Sorry, Dion.
Well, he had to because he was running out of money for Vaseline.
Spy Fiction, who is another great listener who has an awesome avatar of some big titties, says, I called it on Star Wars. I don't know if that script is official, but I won't be surprised if it's similar. Rey is Anakin. She was born by virgin birth. Her mother isn't mentioned, but it's Jin. Rogue One ties directly to Rey's story in the episodes. These new movies are fan fiction. Disney is going to fuck up worse than anyone can imagine. It hasn't set in with the fanboys yet, but it will. And then he goes on to have a little conversation with our #1 president of the fan club, August for President. Shout out to him. Jason Christopher Davis says Big Trouble in Little China remake. I forgot about that. Just waiting for someone to remake something like Showgirls. No. He says, no, it'll be PG and feminist bitching up the ass.
That's a great idea. Remake Showgirls. Who would you cast in that role?
I would bring back
all the nudity.
I would bring back Gina Gershon because she's still hot.
No, you gotta recast it.
No, I'll recast it, but she can come back as a different role. She's still in the movie somewhere. She's a cameo. Just her anus. Yeah. Who do I want to see naked? Fine, Sofia Vergara is the lead. Here's my pitch for Showgirls the remake. Sofia Vergara is a immigrant to this country. She's broke. She has nowhere to go. She wanders across the border, makes it into Las Vegas. She's sexy, and they're like, "Girl, if you shake it, you can make money." So
want to be a showgirl.
At 42 years old, she becomes a showgirl and becomes the highest paid showgirl in history, making $42 million a year. That's my pitch, and we'll also have Kat Dennings and Christina Hendricks, and we'll have a tit off, and there will be, you know what? I just want every of-age female celebrity to be naked in this movie. It'll make $1 billion in the first. It's like, you got whose asshole on camera? I'm there. Like, I just want to see what it looks like.
I don't know. Can you do a rated R movie with actual live asshole?
Yes, you can probably show an anus.
Usually everything with Tom Cruise.
You son of a bitch. Speaking of shit and bitches and assholes, Nick and I went and saw The Blair Witch last week, and we gave it a pretty good rating. You should go check out the review. And
I did.
Did you see the movie or you listened to the review?
I listened to the review.
Okay. It was a movie I think you would have enjoyed, Joel.
Really? Because I hated the fucking first one.
Oh, so did I. You didn't listen to our review of the first film then, did you?
No. That one I didn't do.
You should listen to it because it's 50 minutes of me calling the movie garbage. I saw that movie, and I hated it. I fucking hated it. So I would love for the comments to load on this video so I could tell you what people said, and now they just did. Alex for President asks about the pledge that we said we'll never go see a remake. Technically, it's a sequel kind of thing, so whatevs, and you can go see it. And that's really it for that.
Shout out to Oggs, though, for catching us on our shit. Or
Yeah.
trying to, anyway.
Also, Liquid Metal Pro, he's a good listener. He said he saw it and he was bored, but he gives it a 6 out of 10. So it's only 1 point different from me. I mean, cool. I don't feel like an asshole for making you go spend money. Thanks for... I'm glad I didn't ruin your day and take away $10. I also reviewed a little documentary called Elstree 1976. I gave it a pretty good score. It's part of our Now on Netflix series, so, we're growing the channel, and that's another episode you can check out. Oggs for President says he wants to check it out. Reality's Frank, who's another great listener, says he wants to check it out. Child of the Flower said he wants to check it out. Brian Lape says Gold Leader was dick, and I agree. And Not Worth Your Time asks me specifically how Angus McInnes was an asshole. He's from Canada. Isn't there a law against that? And then he said, could you explain? Well, since I didn't explain to you yesterday in the comments, I'll explain to you on air. Hopefully you're a subscriber. Basically, there was a guy who was an extra as an X-Wing pilot who never tried to milk his Star Wars fame. And then somebody found out he was in the movie. They got in contact for him, and he went to a convention. And this guy that played Gold Leader got upset because this guy wasn't credited in the film, but he was taking away his money because people didn't want to pay to see Gold Leader. Well, Gold Leader, you're Gold Leader, or targeting the attack the trench now. You basically say 4 lines. You're inconsequential to the fucking movie. Sorry, dude, but of the great X-Wing pilots, like the guy that goes stay on target, or Biggs, or Wedge, or any of those guys, you're kind of just...
Porkins.
Yeah, Porkins. But Porkins had a great career. He was in Batman, Raiders of the Lost Ark. That dude had a fucking amazing career. And then Dustin and I'm not going to read the comments on our Brangelina video. Who gives a fuck about those people? But then Dustin and I came together and created a new interactive news show, which we will be recording every Wednesday. If you're free Wednesday about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you are more than invited to be interviewed for our show. So check it out. It's called our new interactive news show. We don't have a name yet. And tell us you want to be on it. We'll gladly call you up on show. The new news show. All right. It should be the nude news show. I won't wear pants anymore. Todd Howard says... You can't
show nudity or else you get banned on YouTube.
Well, this is a Pornhub exclusive then. Yeah. Todd Howard says, I would like to talk to you guys on Skype, but I'm too embarrassed. And this conversation goes on. Let's face it, you don't want them to know you're 7 years old. Oggs also says, or you'll be nervous to talk to Phil. Don't worry, he'll love to talk to you, his #1 fan. And then Dustin says, fuck Phil and his hairy ass. And that kind of ended the comment.
How would you actually get that done?
Yeah.
Who would do it?
Dustin's just mad that I have fans and he doesn't.
That's true. But a lot of people were excited that he came back for this video. They're like, how did you get out of jail? Well,
he was in jail?
He sucked everyone's dick, and they're like, well, you're getting out early for good behavior.
Conjugal hand jobs.
Conjugal rim jobs, dude.
There's where you guys should get your hand jobs from.
You know what? I'm going to make a t-shirt, Conjugal Rim Jobs. I think people would buy that fucking shirt. Reality's Frank has a little piece that he'd like to say. It says, in regards to the SJW changes being enforced in comics these days, I would like, if I may, to share a short editorial I wrote up. This new movement in comics is sending a dangerous message to today's kids. In the old days, comics always sent a clear and powerful message. To stand against injustice and to always be yourself. Sadly, the messages now fit in at any cost. If something about you is unpopular, or might be seen as unpopular, you must change immediately. Integrity has become a crime, and conformity is heavily enforced by the social jury to the point of ruining a person's life. We are living in bad times. And I said to him, that's the best comment I've read all year. Seriously, that is a really poignant topic, or a poignant piece. And Reality's Frank, if you're ever on the show, I'll consider it an honor, because that was great.
Way to go, Captain.
Yeah. Oggs for President says he loves the theatrical cut of Star Wars. I prefer the special edition, but that's cool, man. I'd buy either one. Brian Lape, who's a great listener, says Rogue One is on its 3rd director and 2nd composer. Yeah, that's normal. Andrew Hart was telling us about the new Black Series wave that's coming out next year, including the Royal Guard and the Tusken Raider. Cool. I've given up with the Black Series. I've moved to the Japanese ones, but, I just like throwing my money at the wall. Joey Jackson says this is a better show than the lamestream news media. So thank you, Joey Jackson. I hope you're a subscriber because we're going to bring you this every week.
We love you, man.
Cavalier1645 says, yeah, fuck Marvel and their whole bullshit diversity for diversity's sake. I agree. And Cape Crusader admits that he watches Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I'll forgive him. Oh, also, Cape Crusader requests to be on the show. So, yeah, dude, just email us. You are more than welcome to. So I will do a quick check on the email. Our Twitter, by the way, has grown exponentially. We've gone from 50 to 400 followers. So if you're not one of the 400, get in on it, man. We tweet out when we release all the videos, little behind-the-scenes pictures, all kinds of great shit. And if you really want to be a world-class bullshitter, check out our Facebook pages. We got the World Class Bullshitters official Facebook page, and we got the fan group. Now, the fan group's a lot smaller, but you can interact with everyone that's ever been on the show. So if you want to talk shit to Joel, talk shit to Joel. If you want
Talk shit to me, I'll find you.
Yeah, he's too lazy to actually get out of that.
Yeah, he won't do it.
And if you want to talk shit to Phil about his beard, talk shit to Phil about his beard. Hell, I'll be there. I'll laugh. I'll post pictures and memes. Dan, our asthmatic asshole, who's now dead, used to be there. It's a good Facebook page to be on because you can talk to us if you're a fan of the show, and there really are no rules except for what Facebook implements. So post away. It'll usually make us laugh. And we actually take a lot of advice from the listeners on there. So if you guys have a topic for the show you'd like to suggest, just, hit it up there. It looks like our mail is boring as ever, but we do have an email from our favorite celebrity listener, Gwyneth Paltrow. This comes from goop.com, GP and the girls. I'm not going to open that email because you suck. All of the movie Elstree 1976 liked our tweet. So, cool. That's pretty cool. The movie that fucking, I reviewed liked the tweet. So I hope they listened to it, because I gave it a good write-up. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's definitely a watch. And that's about it for the emails.
Told me, Jeff. I'm going to watch it now.
Right now?
Right now.
All right, cool. You'll enjoy it. So this has pretty much been episode 42? 3, 4? It's an episode in the 40s of World Class Bullshitters.
40!
Hey, we're getting near to episode 50, which we got a lot of extra excitement coming your way. Let me tell you guys what's coming up in the near future. So we are less than a month away from our 1-year anniversary. The show launched on my birthday, and I'll never forget the anniversary of this show. We're going to do a best of World Class Bullshitters for our 1-year anniversary. We're going to go back, we're going to talk about some of our favorite topics, our favorite moments, laugh at some of our lame jokes, and basically celebrate the existence of World Class Bullshitters. I'm excited. Then, episode 50 is going to be our biggest episode yet. It's going to be a blowout and extravaganza. I'm going to try to get everyone that's ever been on World Class Bullshitters on the show. We'll try to get Dustin. We'll invite Brian back if he's still alive. Joel, you'll make time to be on this episode. Dan will take a bath. It'll just be an amazing time for World Class Bullshitters. So be on the lookout for episode 50. And I'm going to plug it one more goddamn time. Schlocktoberfest. It is 31 days of unimaginable terror right here on World Class Bullshitters. We're going to be reviewing movies, TV shows, horror comic books. And episode 1 is going to be the most nostalgic piece of World Class Bullshit you've ever seen. Goosebumps versus Are You Afraid of the Dark? Which was better? I'm working on that right now, and I think I got a lot of good things to say.
Bum, 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 bum.
And one more plug. Make sure you check out our sponsors, incarnatestudios.com. Don't forget the goddamn hyphen. And if a hyphen, you don't know what a hyphen is, it's incarnate-studios.com. They produce the t-shirts that we promote. They got Shitbusters. They got the Beat Up John Cena shirt. They got parody shirts out the ass. They released a new It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia shirt, the Monster Condom for my Magnum Dong. If you like comedy, if you like shirts, if you need to wear a shirt, you need to check out Incarnate Studios because their premium tees are under $20. They're shipped out. They're professionally printed. They are a good product. And if you want to help the show, you'll buy one, and we'll greatly appreciate it.
Go buy a goddamn shirt.
Yeah, and one final thing. If you buy an official World Class Bullshitters t-shirt, you are officially in the World Class Bullshitters Hall of Fame. And if you're cool with it, I will send you out a personalized World Class Bullshitters certificate that you can hang up on your wall and tell your friends about, and then you know, you're cool, you might get some action. If you get laid from our podcast, send us
Send pictures.
It's kind of like the points on Whose Line Is It Anyway? They don't matter.
Yeah, but you do.
Exactly.
As long as you're wearing that goddamn t-shirt.
Without you guys, we may not exist. I'm not sure how it works.
Well, we would be alive. Like, these people aren't responsible for actual, like, physical existence.
Oh, no, they are.
Oh.
You didn't
Yeah,
know?
because without the funds coming in, Phil couldn't get his insulin, Dan couldn't get his asthmatic medicine, and Dion couldn't get his hookers.
And you couldn't get your Asian little boy prostitutes.
I don't know where that is. I don't see any.
Oh, apparently Joel isn't getting paid.
Neither are they.
They're in the basement locked up.
Well, anyway, this has been World Class Hipsters. Every Thursday night we take a dump on the world of pop culture. I have been your host, Jeff Hicks. And the other guys are gone, I guess. So this is episode 43. We'll be back next week with episode 44. Hit up that Facebook page. Give us some suggestions for the episodes. And keep on bullshitting.
I am the Dr. Phil Seitz.
I'm so cutting your outros out that you guys didn't say anything.